I've once been where a lot of you have been at, reading books all the time, starting a mental diet, going for a week or two, and then getting overwhelmed by anxiety. When people used to say it's done, or drop it, I used to want to slice my head open. A lot of people also used to say the big things are the same process as manifesting a cup of coffee, and the ugly truth I came to realize was that it actually wasn't. Though the processes are different, the ideology was the same. Huge changes do require a little more effort, an effort that isn't necessarily harder, but more effort nonetheless. After years, I came to realize the difference was one that required a change in self-concept. I know I've talked about it before, and you've definitely heard this before someplace else. Regardless, I cannot emphasize the importance of changing your self-concept. The reason is, you cannot possibly conceive what you don't feel like you're worthy of. The 3D simply reflects what you think about yourself. However, the good news is changing your self-concept is a lot easier than you think. All it comes down to is who you believe you are and what thoughts you are thinking. Your beliefs about yourself create your 3D. Beliefs are just dominant thoughts with no contradictory thoughts going against them. Knowing this, you can then create good beliefs and therefore good circumstances in the 3D. I will break this down. 1. Pick 3 to 5 affirmations about yourself. We use affirmations to plant positive dominant thoughts, aka positive beliefs that will create positive circumstances in your 3D. These affirmations will now be your identity. Some examples are, I am loved or blessed or secure or the greatest human of all time or important or deserving or worthy or a priority or wealthy. These will eventually reflect in your 3D reality, so pick wisely. These affirmations are now whom you believe you are. These are the seeds you will be planting. Say them in your head or out loud whenever you see fit throughout the day. DOESN't have to be all day. SHOULDN't be never. I want you to love yourself. Idolize yourself. Get to a point where you love yourself more than anything. Everything around you will reflect exactly that. Important, you do not have to get any feelings from them at first. I certainly didn't, and it worked out perfectly for me. I know feeling is the secret, but trust me, more often than not at first your affirmations might not feel natural. If they do from the start, then that's cool too. 2. Mental diet. We use a mental diet to kill off the negative dominant thoughts or the negative beliefs that have created the negative circumstances in your 3D, as well as get rid of thoughts contradicting the positive beliefs so those seeds you planted can grow, and thus externalize. You by now should definitely know what this is, but I will explain the easiest method to implement one so you can use it for the rest of your life. Watch your thoughts. Any thoughts about any bad thing at all, or any thought that puts yourself down, or any thought that just gives you anxiety divided by, especially thoughts doubting the manifesting process. Remember, negative thoughts usually seem to make sense. They genuinely sound true more often than not. It might be something like, maybe I should give up now because I know I'm doing this mental diet wrong. Or even, dang, I don't think I'll ever be able to get rid of these negative thoughts. This process has never worked for me. Be very, very wary of what thoughts you're thinking. The process I always experienced was negative thought greater than intense anxiety that would make me feel like I got shot in my stomach greater than sit there sad and ready to give up the process. This is the process I want you to implement. Negative thought greater than stop thought greater than maybe take a breath or stop and think nothing at all for a few seconds greater than loop positive affirmations. By doing this, you are starving the negative thought of the attention that causes it to thrive. As long as you focus your attention on the positive, you are winning. That's all there is to it. Just gently redirect your attention. Don't forget that. Just redirect your attention very gently, cutting off the negative thought. Any bad circumstance in the 3D can be killed just by managing and starving off the negative thoughts attached to it. 3 specific goals. I know a lot of you really want specific things like a specific person or money, but I don't think you should affirm them immediately. Time isn't important, and everyone's process will feel different, but within a month you should definitely feel better. It's more than likely your affirmations will start feeling better and better. You'll actually start feeling good. Those feelings of dread will slowly start vanishing. You'll feel lighter. When you do start to feel like that, I want you to then spend a max of 5 minutes a day affirming that specific thing. For example, SP is crazy about me. SP wants me more than anything. I have X amount of dollars. Whatever it is you want about any situation, anything. I want you to go all in on this when you begin your journey. The 3D can't push you around. Your low days are the days I want you to go harder on your mental diet. This has never failed me and turned my life around for good. I would never have imagined not being depressed. I never would have thought my life would be how I wanted it to be. I am forever grateful for the things I've learned here. This is my gift to y'all, hoping you might get to where I'm at if you're not already. Love every single one of you. This is your story about making yourself the greatest being. Work on that, and I guarantee every aspect of your life will change, and that this will be the last push before everything changes and you can start living an insane life. The world is yours. The world is your attention. Most importantly, the world is you.